In today's times, when good values and social skills are lacking, it is very important to inculcate good values and social skills in our children. And parents' role is very, very important in imparting good values in our children. The great philosopher Socrates said, "Fellow citizens, why do you turn and scrape every stone to gather wealth, and to take so little care of your children, to whom one day you must relinquish it all?" So, what was he saying? Socrates was saying that we spend most of our time in gathering wealth, in earning money, and so little care in imparting good values and social skills to our children. The greatest gift that a parent can give to his children is values. Now, where do our children learn their values from? From parents and teachers, of course. When we don't teach values, children pick them up from TV, movies, and internet. That is why you see distorted and changed values in our children. Now, in one social studies class, a class 5 teacher initiated a classroom discussion on the subject of giving to charity. The reactions of the children showed how closely they had been observing and listening to their parents' conversations at home, in the car, or on the telephone. In families where charity is a norm, the children summed up by saying, "My father says it is good to give to the poor because we are in a better position than them." But in families where less thought was given to charity, children said, "Why should we give our hard earned money to the poor? They will never learn to work if we encourage them to beg." So you see the difference in two sets of children. Because children are all the time observing us, parents, listening to what we are saying to others, and then picking up the values and social skills from there. For imparting good moral values to our children, what we have to do? So one of the things which we have to do is we have to examine ourselves. Examine ourselves. We don't even need to consciously inculcate values in our children. Rather, we simply have to set the right example by personally demonstrating the kind of behavior we want in our children. So, we need to examine ourselves and demonstrate and set a good example to our children. Children unconsciously model their own patterns of behavior from watching their parents in different situations. When a mother shouts and abuses the maid at home, she is teaching her daughter that it is all right to ill-treat others. When dad jumps the line at the bank and boasts about it over dinner, his son is learning that it's not important to show consideration towards others. So these two examples show how our children pick up values, good or bad, by our behavior. Next, we parents need to fulfill our duties in every sense of the word. That is, not only financially, we have to support our children, of course, financially, but also we have to support them emotionally in imparting good moral values to them. But sadly enough, in today's times, the tender love and parental affection is usually shown in terms of financial gifts, and which imparts our children the wrong values. It is no wonder that some parents lose control over their children when they become teens. Now, some parents defend themselves by citing reasons such as the demands of making a living and the pressures of modern society. Undoubtedly, these reasons are valid, but they are not excuses for failing to fulfill the parental roles of being a confident and ideal role model to children. The shrinking of these obligations has far reaching consequences on family life and society. Now, children are born compassionate but may lose that quality if they find themselves in an environment where emphasis is placed mainly on the material things. Therefore, we need to show kindness and compassion. Now, parents need to think less about getting their children into the best school and more about what it takes for their child to be kind and generous. Caring for others begins at home through little acts of kindness, such as encouraging children to hold the door open for others, helping elderly people carrying their shopping bags, or helping elderly grandparents at home in doing their household chores, in showing compassion to our helpers or maids at home, etc. So, by showing them examples of kindness and compassion to people around us, to our pets, etc., we are imparting good values of kindness, compassion, and generosity in our children. Another important virtue is patience. So, we need to teach patience to our children. Now, the present generation of youngsters is considered a give me now generation. They want everything fast and they want it now. That's why we call it give me now generation. They want everything very fast without working hard or putting in effort. Patience is not something children are born with. It takes a long time to learn and has to be taught day after day throughout the growing years. Now, children who never learn patience grow up into adults who are equally impatient and end up unable to bear the difficulties and stresses of daily life. Experts have suggested that certain skills are necessary for children to learn to be patient. For example, they need to be able to tolerate frustration, delayed gratification, and have some understanding of time. Now, as the child enters school, then he learns to wait for his turn. Waits for his turn and learns to follow instructions given by teachers in the school. Children who are easily frustrated tend to give up or turn away, and this continues throughout their adolescence. So it is very important to teach them patience. And how can we do that? Again, by leading by a good example. Last but not the least, very important is teach your children social skills and good manners by your actions. Now, this should be done when the children are very young. As soon as they begin to talk, we need to show them good examples, teach them the correct way of doing things, teach them good manners, greeting their elders, saying please and thank you. Some children are angels at home but devils outside. Teach them how to behave in public and other people's homes. When they behave properly, praise them. But if they display lack of common courtesies or basic etiquette, don't hesitate to discipline them firmly. Be consistent in your approach and keep reminding them about good manners. Soon they will become habits. As the saying goes, children see, children do. So, our children will learn the values and social skills as they see us doing. Children see, children do. When they do something good, then appreciate their effort, praise them. But when they misbehave, then discipline them firmly. Then you will find over a period of time, the children would have learned good social skills and values, and everybody will feel happy to be in their company, and you as parents will be proud of them. Thank you.